a social worker myself, and I've experienced what it's like to graduate and then you go for job interviews and everyone wants to know about your experience. And as a fresh graduate, you generally wouldn't have any experience. But what the WIL module does is that it allows our students to have that real life work experience. And it is an academically accredited program, so that means that there's certain requirements that the student needs to meet whilst they are at their placement site. So this means that when they're applying for jobs, organisations that are interviewing them really do have a sense of confidence that the student has worked in a placement site before. They have had exposure to real contextualised situations of counselling.
I think it is different. Compared to other tertiary students that I've gotten, it's very different because they have to be at a fourth year or fifth year or whatever year they're doing for them to be able to get into the field. So I think the combination of being in class and then coming to a site and applying the knowledge, it makes a difference. I think to them, they learn a lot. I think their learning is a little bit more accelerated, whereas they're about to finish, they know exactly what is expected of them.
Using the skills we learned in modules like interpersonal communication skills.
The basics.
Yeah, the basics.
Yes.
You know,
ethics is huge.
Ethics as well. And we thought we forgot all these things, basically. If you were to ask me, what did you learn in interpersonal? I had no idea. But with someone in front of me, everything just came back naturally.
I find on the whole that SACAP students are more mature, not necessarily in years. I've had some very young SACAP students who have absolutely blown me away. I had a student last year who had a client who couldn't speak at all, completely aphasic. So she took out a whole lot of emojis and said to him, when you see your family, how do you feel? And he pointed to the smiley face. And then she says, and when people judge you, how do you feel? And he pointed to the sad face. And I thought, where did you train to be a speech therapist? This was so amazing. I was completely blown away by this student. And she was young. And her ability to think out of the box, you know, she's just one example.
One of the things that many of our children cannot access that have been abused is therapy. There just aren't enough professionals to go around, and we have so many children who are in need. So there really is a space, a huge vacuum, if I can say, of mental health support, therapy, you know, just having one person who cares about you if you are traumatized or neglected can have a profound impact. So I do think that given the right training, given the appropriate supervision, that your students could really make a large contribution to helping us deal with this issue.
I was able to work in every, not just counselling per se. I was allowed to create workshops, training, do, you know, even admin. I was allowed to go in every aspect of the organisation and freely work there. So with that kind of exposure, automatically I feel empowered to be able to work anywhere, wherever I go.
They've definitely got an advantage. They've been in the field, they've been dealing with clients, they've been dealing in community settings, and they've got that background that a lot of people don't have once they've qualified. They're starting from scratch, whereas these students have been through the experience already.
I say to all the students that we don't necessarily have to go into this program to want to change the world. But if we can change one person, we are changing their world. And I think that's the most important thing about this program, is that our students are changing people's worlds.